Gaming Bolt presents 15 things that hardcore fans absolutely hate about Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto is one of the most successful, controversial, acclaimed, you name it franchises of all time, and none more so than Grand Theft Auto 5. But there are still things to hate in the franchise. Whether you play GTA Online or ran through GTA 5's campaign, here are a few things that hardcore fans hate about Grand Theft Auto. Mashing A to sprint. In just about every other game out there, you either hold the A button to sprint or just press in the thumbstick once. For some reason, Grand Theft Auto wants us to mash the A button continuously to do so. It would be one thing if this was the norm 10 years ago, though there are plenty of games that didn't do it even then, but it's 2016. Trolls in free mode. The bad news for Fresh Meat is that free mode is often the playground of sociopaths. Other players won't hesitate to outright hunt you down with their expensive vehicles if you haven't triggered passive mode. Then again, there are those who come up with ingenious tactics like inviting you for a helicopter ride and trying to dump you in the ocean. Firetruck hoses. Then there are the Firetruck hoses. These were especially a pain for free mode players because A, you can't move and can be killed if you're sprayed for long enough, and B, it can be used to attack players who are passive as well. While Rockstar has had instances where the hose was deactivated and then reactivated, it finally got around to fixing the issue that killed passive players in March 2015. It would have been nice to have at launch, but at least it made for funny moments among friends. Expensive vehicles. New weapons, features, clothes, and high-end vehicles are added to the game for free with no additional cost. Unfortunately, if you're a new player to the game, then you'll have a hard time affording the more expensive things. Though there are ways to earn cash quickly, like heists, you'll still find instances where something brand spanking new comes out and it's simply out of your reach. Cops. Before you tell us how the cops in Grand Theft Auto 5 are easily outsmarted and no challenge at all, it's worth mentioning that it wasn't this way at launch. There were no armored Kurumas, railguns, and the like to take advantage of, and the cops in both GTA 5 and GTA Online are downright brutal. They'll hunt you down relentlessly and call in waves of backup for the smallest infraction. Failing heists. So your preparations are complete and you're in the final stage of the heist. Your team is a well-oiled machine and you're completing objectives. Unfortunately, someone dies, or you couldn't all reach the getaway plane in time. Failing heists is always a hateable thing, and it's even more annoying when you're going for, say, the Criminal Mastermind achievement, which pays out $10 million for completing all heists on hard and not dying once. Heists with randoms. Heists require teamwork and coordination above all, and while it's a given that you won't quite achieve this chemistry with random strangers, there are also those who seemingly hate you and want to do anything else but help finish the heist successfully. Vehicles stuck in random places. The good old Austin Powers, or as we like to call it, a common occurrence in GTA. GTA 4 fans can attest to this. Witness a squad car being trapped between a rock and a hard place, which is a neat metaphor when you're not playing cops and crooks and losing valuable time in the process. It's not nearly as bad in GTA 5 or Online, but there are plenty of times where your vehicle will simply be trapped with no way to escape. Bad sport tools. We're not faulting the logic behind the bad sport tools. Sure, the whole point of entering free mode is to throw yourself to the wolves and pray for the best, but we can understand some players not wanting any trouble. That being said, if you're shot, there isn't much penalty thrown on the offending player. If you destroy their personal vehicle or cough up the money for the insurance, you'll still contribute to your bad sport status. The Construction Mission, GTA 5. Grand Theft Auto 5's single-player campaign was floating along swimmingly, until we got to this mission, which required us to operate heavy machinery. It wouldn't have been so annoying if the controls were any more fluid, but honestly, how do you make something like construction interesting in a game about gangsters, killing, and high-octane action? Poorly explained stats for GTA Online. When you attempt missions in GTA Online, you'll notice something very urgent very quick. You're dying much faster than you can react. Obviously, you want to raise your max health to counteract this, but how do you do that? The jury is kind of out on the same. Some theorize that eating lots of snacks will help. Others believe it's determined by your rank. The truth is, it's never really been properly explained. Fast travel via taxi. One of the most realistic elements is the fast travel system, which relies on calling a taxi. So basically, you call a cab and then sit in the back, in real time, while you head to your destination. Yes, you can skip the monotonous ride, but you still have to deal with calling the cab and waiting for it. Did we mention how your cab won't even show up at times? Losing personal vehicles. Whether you support the bad sports system or not, it's still a pain to lose your personal vehicle. That's because you're as likely to lose it from personal stupidity as anything else. Accidentally drove your car into the ocean? Good job. That'll be a couple of $1,000s to replace it. Hitmen and Muggers. If you want to cause friends pain without shooting them yourself, it's possible to hire mercenaries or pickpockets to steal their money. This of course is annoying for the target players since, well, they're getting mugged or shot to pieces. It's one of those things which is fun when you're doing it, but not so much when you're on the receiving end. Movement system. No, we're not asking to run on a wall a la Titanfall, but the overall movement system in Grand Theft Auto 5 can feel clunky at times. We get it, that's how people move, especially when jumping. It's still a nuisance, especially when moving from one piece of cover to another, or when relying on aim assist to target one enemy after another. We hope you've enjoyed this video, so please consider subscribing to our channel. We do original content, reviews, graphics comparison, and much more, and try to upload a video every day.